everyone and welcome. In today's mobility flow we're going to be focusing on back bending. So we won't go or do anything too deep, and of course there's always options to modify if you're feeling that maybe you have to extend yourself a little bit beyond your limit. But we're going to get started lying on our back, and we're going to come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So make sure that you have a block handy. If you don't have a block at home, maybe it's a rolled up towel or even a small pillow that you can pop underneath your back, and you just want to pop it underneath your shoulder blades here. Take it to the lower setting on your block. You have options if you want to take it to the medium setting. And we're just going to spend a couple of breaths just opening up through our upper back, opening up through our thoracic. Pull both kneecaps up towards the ceiling. Hold your chin to chest, flip your palms over, lift yourself off your block, pop it off to one side. We're going to come back down to lie onto our back. Set out for a dynamic bridge pose. So soles of your feet flat, feet are pointing directly in front of you. So just check that your feet aren't fanning and toes aren't pointing out to the side. Toes directly in front of you. Middle of your kneecap lines up with your second toe. Take an inhale here as you prepare, as you exhale. Pressing down firmly through the soles of your feet, you're going to feel as though you're tilting your pelvis towards you. Peel up vertebra by vertebra, and then feel that lengthening of your thigh bones forward and away from you here in your bridge. Inhale, pause at the top, and then exhale, you slowly want to roll back down, vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. And let's repeat that. We're going to add our arms in this time. So inhale at the bottom. As you breathe out, drive down through the soles of your feet. Reaching your kneecaps over your toes, opening up through the front of your hips. Breath in as your arms float back overhead. Back of your palms touch the earth behind you. And as you exhale, keep your hands where they are. You're going to roll down, starting from the top of your spine. And I want you to feel as though you're stretching your fingertips away from the crown of your head. So you're reaching your fingertips even further behind you. And as you inhale, arms float back down by your side. We'll repeat that again. Exhale as you roll up into your bridge. Inhale, arms float back overhead. Exhale, rolling down, starting from the top of your spine. Feeling that articulation. Keep your hips lifted. Tailbone is the last thing to connect to your mat. And then as you inhale, arms float back towards your hips. Last round. Exhale as you curl up. Inhale as your arms float back overhead. And we're just going to pause here for a few breaths. And I want you to feel, as you reach your kneecaps away from you, you really press down through your big toe mounds in particular. And you draw your inner thighs towards each other, and then wrap and spiral your inner thighs towards the mat. So you should be feeling a little bit of engagement through inner thighs. Your glutes should be active but not super overly gripped. Feel as though your tailbone's reaching long, so you create length through your lower back. You may even need to take a slight posterior tilt, so it feels like it's ever so slight tuck of your tailbone under, especially if you're feeling a lot of grip through that lower back there. Shoulders stay nice and relaxed. Take one more inhale here, and then as you breathe out, keep your arms as they are, roll down. Vertebra by vertebra, articulating through your spine. And as you breathe in, flow your arms down towards your sides. Hug both knees in towards your chest, give yourself a quick squeeze. Hands behind the back of your thighs, roll up into a seat. Hands in front of you, roll over your shin bones. We're just going to take one cat stretch. So inhale here in your neutral spine, long breath in, and then exhale. Sink your palms firmly into the mat. Round up between your two shoulder blades. Really release the weight of your head down. Plug down through your palms. And then from here, inhale. You're going to look forward, find your neutral spine again. Exhaling, tucking your toes. Make your way back into your first downward facing dog. You're going to take your feet a little bit wider today than hip width. And you're going to lift high onto your toes. And we're going to sweep and pivot both heels over to the right and then bend your knees. So we're coming into a twisted down dog, and you're searching for this stretch through the left side of your torso. So right heel should be lifted, but sole of your left foot is anchored down. Even pressure through both of your palms. Majority of your weight should be back in your legs here. So take a nice big deep bend as you press your butt back, and then inhale through center and pivot both heels over to the left. Sole of your right foot flat, left heel is lifted. Weight back into your feet. Keep pressing firmly through your right palm. Can you send your breath down into your right ribs? You may feel this stretch through the side of your torso up into your lats. Pivot both heels back to center again. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in here in your down dog. Stay as you empty out. Keeping your spine nice and long. As always, options to keep your knees bent and heels lifted. And then as you take your next breath in, you're going to sweep your right leg up towards the sky. Three-legged dog. Bend and roll your right hip. Your right hip stacks on top of your left as we make our way into scorpion pose. Keep reaching your right knee up towards the ceiling. And then you want to feel that gentle lift, that buoyancy from underneath your left shoulder. So you square your collarbones towards the mat. As you take your next inhale, come onto the balls of your left toes and look forward, and then big step forward, right foot to your right pinky finger, lower your left knee down. And coming into our lizard lunge. So you start off by just taking a few gentle rocks here. It's beginning to open up through your hips. Drop your head down, breathing down into your belly. And then from here, just reach your left fingertips off to the side of your mat. You can also pop your left hand onto a block here. And you're going to reach your right arm up, back and around, and reach your right fingertips towards the back of the room. So we're coming into a twist first, and then slowly begin to bend your right shin bone, or I should say your left shin bone, up. Maybe you can reach back with that right hand to grab hold of your left ankle. If you have a towel at home or a strap, you can wrap that around your ankle so that it's a little bit easier to make that connection. And then slowly draw your left foot heel in towards your butt. Keep peeling your right shoulder open. Feel as though your right shoulder blade is making its way down towards the back of your hips. So we open up through the front of our left hip, front of our quads, our hip flexors. Just take one more deep breath in. Slowly breathe out. Keep your left hamstring gently engaged. As you release your left foot, pop your right hand in a seam or inside of your right inner arch. You can pop your block off to the side, and then we're going to walk both hands over to the left there. Bow your head down. You reach your right fingertips forward and away from you up to the top left-hand corner. You're going to keep wrapping your left outer hip back, but hug your right thigh bone in towards your rib cage. Shoulders drop down and away from your ears. One more breath in. Slowly breathe out. Inhale, walk your hands back through center. You're going to heel toe your right foot further in to the midline of your mat so your foot lines up with your knee. As you inhale, reach your both arms up towards the ceiling, Anjaneyasana, and then sweep your arms and interlace your fingers behind your lower back. As you breathe in, wrap your outer upper arm bones back. Traction your knuckles towards the earth, and you want to feel as though you're lifting your back ribs away from your lower back. So spreading through the front of your heart, front of your chest. Press down through your right heel and pull your right heel towards your left knee. Lift up through your pelvic floor. Up through the middle of your torso. Take another inhale, and then exhale, lean forward, hands frame your right foot, tuck your left toes under, left knee hovers off the mat. Pick your right foot up, step it back into your high plank. Breath in here, exhale, lower down, low plank, chaturanga. Cobra, or maybe it's your upward facing dog. In your up dog, thighs are off the mat. Press down to the tops of your feet, shoulders melt away from your ears, and as you breathe out, chin to chest, make your way back, downward facing dog. And take that to the other side. So as you breathe in, left leg floats towards the ceiling, bend your left knee, rolling left hip to stack on top of right for your scorpion pose. Reach your left kneecap towards the ceiling there, towards the sky. And feel that gentle lift underneath your right upper arm bone, squaring your collarbones, shoulders towards the mat. Take another inhale. And as you breathe out, you're going to rise high onto your right toes, step your left foot to your left pinky finger, lower your right knee down for our lizard lunge. Once you arrive here, and take some little rocks. Just feeling that gentle opening through your hips. Just create a little bit more space around your pelvis. Keep breathing. And then from here, you're going to reach your right hand off to the side of your mat. Option is to pop your right hand onto a block. You're going to reach your left hand forward, up and around. So coming into a twist. And this may be enough for you where you can just stop here. Maybe bending up your right leg with your left hand. Grab hold of the top of your right foot. Gently guide your right heel in towards your butt. Okay, and if you have a towel or a strap handy, you can wrap it around the top of your foot. I'm going to keep sinking your hips forward. So often here there's a tendency to pike back, so that there's a fold or a crease at the front of your right hip. You want to look for that length and space through the front of your right hip. So you're right on the top edge of your kneecap here. Rolling left shoulder open, left shoulder blade squeezes towards the right shoulder blade, down your back. Take another breath in. Keep a gentle engagement through your right hamstring, as not to slingshot your right foot back. Release your right foot, place your left hand to the inner arch of your left foot, and we're going to then walk both hands over to the right corner of your mat. As you reach your left fingertips away, you want to keep wrapping your left outer hip back, but keep hugging your left inner thigh in. Drop the weight of your head down. Breathing here. Take another inhale. Stay as you breathe out. Walk your hands back through center. Slide your left foot in now so that your left foot lines up with your left knee. As you breathe in, both hands reach forward and up. Anjanasana, really opening up through the front of your torso, and then interlace your hands behind your lower back. As you wrap shoulders back and open, gently squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades together. As you stretch your knuckles towards the earth, and it's a sensation of lifting your rib cage up and away from your lower back. Dig down through your left heel, pull left heel to right knee. You should feel your left hamstring engage. And it's this lift through your pelvic floor, up through your central channel. Open up through the front of your chest. Keep the back of your neck long. Take another inhale, and then exhale, slowly straighten up by engaging through your core. Lean forward, hands either side of your left foot. Tuck your right toes under. Right knee hovers off the mat. Pick your left foot up, step it back, high plank. Firm through your legs. Press back through your heels. Cinch in your midsection. Inhale here, exhale, lower down halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog. And then breathing out, make your way back, downward facing dog. You want to pull in through your lower belly to lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Once you arrive here in your down dog, take your big toe mounds to touch at the back of your mat. So imagine that your legs are like one tail. As you inhale, come onto your toes, roll forward, high plank. Press down through your left palm, spin onto the knife edge of your left foot, side plank, Vashisthasana. Stretching right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your inner thighs together. And then flex your toes back. Imagine you're pressing the soles of your feet into an imaginary wall, and stretch long out through the top of your head. As always, options to lower your left knee if you need, and then from here you're going to begin to float your right leg off, and then slowly drip your right toes behind the back of your left knee, coming into a wild thing. As you inhale, press down through your 3 points of contact as you lift your hips and your heart. Take another inhale here, and as you exhale, look to the top of your mat, drive down through your left palm, begin to draw your right knee towards your right shoulder, and moving as slow as possible like a ninja. You're going to step up to the top of your mat into a low lunge. Sinking your left knee down onto the ground. As you breathe in, both hands reach up, Anjaneyasana, palms connect, prayer pose. So inhale, lean your torso forward, find length. Exhale, hooking left elbow outside of your right knee. Press firmly down through your right palm. Lift your sternum up towards your thumbs. Rolling right shoulder open. And options here is stay in this low lunge, or maybe tucking your left toes under, hover your left knee off the ground, coming up into a revolved crescent lunge. Keep hugging your inner thighs together. And then press back through your left heel. Stretch long out through the top of your skull. Take another inhale. Exhale, we're going to unravel, hands onto the mat, pick your right foot up, step it back, high plank. Breath in, high plank. Exhale, resist as you lower. Elbows just graze the outsides of your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Wrap your collarbones open, keep the back of your neck long. Breathe out, using your deep core to take you up and back, downward facing dog. Draw your big toes to touch the back of your mat here. As you breathe in, rise high onto your toe mounds. Roll forward, high plank. Press firmly through your right palm, spin over to the knife edge of your right foot, side plank, Vashisthasana. Keep left hip stacked on top of right. Shoulder blades draw down your back, away from your ears. And then options, as always, to lower your right knee down. I want you to really feel as though you're sandwiching your legs together. So it's important to keep your legs engaged here so that you share the load through the entire length of your torso, rather than everything just going down into that bottom hand and your shoulders. And then begin to float your left foot off. Slowly drip, left toes behind your left knee. Press down through left foot, right palm, making your way into your wild thing, into that back bend. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to look forward, drive down through your right palm, begin to lift and float left knee towards your left shoulder, so core is active here. Continue to drive your right hand into the mat. Slowly step your left foot up into a low lunge. Sink your right knee down onto the earth. Inhale, both hands reach up, Anjaneyasana. Palms connect, draw your hands to meet at your heart. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, find your twist, hooking right elbow outside of your left thigh. See if you can align your thumbs up to your sternum. So we're going to lift your belly away from your left inner thigh. Shoulder blades draw down your back, so you want to keep that length through both sides of your neck. And then maybe adding on, tucking right toes under, hover your right knee off the mat. Now up into revolved crescent lunge. Lift through the back of your right thigh. And draw your thigh bones towards the midline. Take another inhale, and then as you exhale, twist a little deeper. At the end of your exhale, unravel from your twist. Hands down onto your mat, picking left foot up, step it back, high plank. Legs are firm. As you breathe out, lower down. Cobra, upward facing dog. And exhale, we're going to make our way back, downward facing dog. Just stay for a round of breath. So inhale. And take a clearing breath out. Breath in again, come onto your toes, ripple forward into your high plank. And this time we're going to lower all the way down onto the mat. As always, remember you can lower your knees if you're feeling a little cooked. And setting up for a chest stretch. Right elbow is going to be bent, or you can extend your right arm long here. Come up onto your left fingertips. You're going to lift your left leg, slowly take your left leg behind you. So your right elbow here should be in line with your right shoulder. Right forearm is onto the earth. Really getting that opening and the release through the front of your right pecs. And then from here, inhale, you're going to come back through center. Forehead onto the mat, and we'll take that to the other side. So creating that cactus shape or that goalpost shape with your left elbow in line with your shoulder. You want to make sure that this elbow isn't too far down here. Come up onto your right fingertips, lift your right foot Gaze towards your right hand. You can pop your head on a block here, or maybe a cushion if you need a little bit more support. And from here, slowly coming back through center. From here, you're going to stretch your fingertips behind you. Palms face down, thumbs out. We're moving into locust pose. If possible, keep your big toes connected. And I want you to reach so long through your toes. Press your pubic bone down, lift up through your lower belly and float feet and chest off. So you'll lift from your inner thighs and then see if you can pump the back of your heart forward, stretching your fingertips back towards your toes. Breathe in here. Feeling that strength through your back body. Every inhale, maybe you can float up just an inch higher. Take one more breath in. Exhale, lower down, one cheek onto the mat. From here, options to take that pose again, locust, or we're going to move into Dhanurasana, floor bow. So you're going to bend both legs up, reach back with your hands, clasp your ankles, feet flexed. Aim to keep your thigh bones parallel. And as you take your next inhale, you're going to kick your shin bones back, open up through the front of your chest. Pause in here. Keep pressing back through the front of your shins. Back of your neck long. Feel the lift, engagement through your hamstrings. Take one more breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down. Take other cheek to the mat. And you just rock your hips from side to side, feeling that release through your lower back. And then slide your hands down underneath your shoulders, press back into a child's pose as you lengthen your spine out. Ooh. You may want to keep your arms long, or maybe draw your palms up into prayer so that you're resting your forehead just on your thumbs here. I just like to take a bit of movement, a bit of a wiggle. Feels nice through my lower back. And then as you're ready, and just slowly make your way all the way up. Walk your hands in, roll off to one side. And we're going to come down onto our back for a supine pigeon, or thread the needle, crossing right ankle on top of your left lower thigh. Thread your hands and space in your legs. Maybe grab hold of the back of your left thigh or the front of your left shin if you find that you don't have any knee issues and there's no sharp pain through your left knee. Spine is long, butt is heavy. If you are quite tight through your neck and shoulders, go ahead and place a block or your cushion behind your head. And you want to make sure that the bony part of your ankle is on the outside of your thigh. Your feet are flexed back here. Gently guide your legs in towards your chest. And take another deep breath in. Slowly breathe out. Slowly release your legs and we'll take that to the other side. So crossing left ankle on top of right lower thigh. Your ankle bone is on the outside of your thigh. Threading your hands between the space of your legs. Keep flexing your left toes back. Just check in, make sure that your neck and shoulders, even your jaw are relaxed. It's no clenching or tensing here. Face is soft. And then take one more inhale. Slowly empty your breath out. Here, untangle your legs. We'll make our way into our final position, Shavasana. Legs extend long, ankles roll out. Allow your arms to fall out to the side. Just feeling the weight of your bones, your muscles, in your skin. Drop down into your mat. Soften completely.